chose the School of Freshwater Sciences because they offer courses in everything surrounding water.
I really liked that it was a new program and the direction that it looked like it was going to go, and so I contacted Harvey Bootsma and started up here.
I chose to attend SFS because I was looking for a program that had lots of field work and hands-on experience.
I saw a posting for a research associate position with Dr. Harvey Bootsma, and it was a project that I was really interested in, so that's why I initially came here, was because I wanted to work on that project.
When I was looking to apply to graduate schools, I just did a broad search, I knew I was interested in water and the environment and human health, and all of a sudden the School of Freshwater Sciences popped up. I'd never heard of the school before, which explains why. It's a brand new program, and I was really excited to be one of the first students actually to enroll in the program.
Coming from out west, they have a lot of drought, and there's a lot of worry about water conservation, and coming here, seeing the program, they got a lot of press on it, and it's something I thought would be really interesting. I'd like to go out west eventually again, so water conservation is something I'm interested in.
Where it's located. So the only place in the Midwest where you can do the stuff that we do here and actually get out on the lake and do research. So it was perfect for me.
I did my internship at Badger Meter. I worked as a facilities management intern, so I worked on water and energy efficiency projects for the facility.
I focused on the Pike River in Racine and Kenosha and took water samples twice weekly and processed them for E. coli and some other human health parameters.
I'm studying zooplankton trophic ecology in Lake Michigan. I'm using a chemical technique called stable isotope analysis, where we can basically determine how high in the food web they're eating as well as their food source. We get to go out on the Osprey pretty often. We go about 11 miles offshore to a site with a depth of about 210 feet or 70 meters. And like I said earlier, I have this really large zooplankton net and basically lower it down on a winch and then crank it back up. So it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun being out there.
My internship was at Milwaukee Riverkeeper. Well, I helped with the day-to-day operations at Milwaukee Riverkeeper, and then I also helped them plan their spring river cleanup. So I had about 3,200 volunteers and picked up thousands of pounds of trash.
I looked at the thermal structure of Green Bay using this guy right here. This is a coastal monitoring buoy from Fondries Environmental. It is moored out in the middle of Green Bay throughout the whole summer, and it has just a suite of monitoring equipment from a met station to a temperature string below.
I did my internship with the Wisconsin Department of Health. I worked on the surveillance program for harmful algal blooms for the state of Wisconsin.
In Harvey's lab specifically, we did a lot of diving, so that was a lot of fun. We'd get out in the field, we'd go dive, we'd collect invertebrates, we'd collect benthic algae like Cladophora and things like that, and that was a lot of fun doing that diving.
I study artificial reef off of Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Basically, we're mapping the fauna that's inhabiting the reef. We use 28-foot, they call it the Osprey. It's a work boat. We also use a 24-foot Boston whaler, as well as an Iske, which is a research vessel.
I will be working at the City of Racine Health Department for the next few months on a different watershed project.
My plans after graduation are to continue working at Badger. There's a potential project I'll be working on with the water stewardship standard.
Since graduation, I've been working in Malawi in East Africa. I have a Fulbright fellowship. I'm investigating E. coli levels in the lake water and beach sand and the human health outcomes and sanitation practices linked to these E. coli levels. One of my favorite things to do in water is scuba dive, and I've done it at lots of locations around the world, and now I'm eager to try it out in Lake Malawi, which you can see right behind me.
After graduation, I am hoping to start my PhD with the School of Freshwater Sciences. I'm going to be working with Todd Miller, continuing some of the research that I started with him. I am going to be researching some cyanobacteria toxins in water and fish within Wisconsin.
I'm doing a PhD up at Michigan Tech in Houghton. I'm going to work with Dr. Colleen Mao for remote sensing.
After graduation, I plan to continue working at the Urban Ecology Center, but I also would love to get into corporate water sustainability and work as a consultant.
One of my favorite times at the School of Freshwater Sciences was for one of the classes, quantitative freshwater analysis. We had to do a field exercise. So what they had us do was they did a simulated spill in the harbor. It was this bright fluorescent green, and we had to use the tools and different equipment at the school and kind of analyze the spill. So imagine just like 4 or 5 different boats in that little slip, so maybe just like 300 meters, and the boats are they're weaving in and out, and it just was crazy, but it was just probably was one of my best memories that I have of here. It was a lot of fun, and actually I think all of us kind of learned a little bit about how to use the equipment.
There's a lot of people in a lot of different disciplines, and it's really nice to work with people that are into different things.
We're a very tight-knit group of students. We love to help each other out. We love to find out what other people are doing. We love to do projects together and get advice from each other, which I think is pretty cool because we're such a small group of students that it's nice to be able to have that resource.
I think the new building will really look awesome, and it'll attract a lot of new students, I think.
I'm really excited for the new building to be built. I think it's going to be great. It's going to allow our students to have more access to computer labs, study spaces, better equipped classrooms and things like that. So I'm really excited about it.